Hey guys, it's Danny. So now we're on to hammer-ons. So if you're a beginner, hi and welcome to my channel. Yeah, this is all about hammer-ons, so how to get the right technique to hammer on a note. It can be quite difficult when you're first starting this, and I think the key to this succeeding is making sure that you're practicing everything you do slow and even. That should be your sort of rule over everything you actually practice, regardless of whether it's hammer-ons or pull-offs or trying to build and develop your speed and fluency. So it's all about slow and even. If you keep it slow, keep it even, you're going to learn a lot faster. If you jump in and you try and play things too fast too soon, you will probably end up sounding, well, I'm going to put it bluntly, you're going to end up sounding rubbish, to be honest. It's going to sound messy and horrible. So that's enough of me saying things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in and show you the breakdown of the technique and how to get the best technique out of for a hammer-on. But remember this, it's not about strength, it's all about speed. So as we go through, I shall show you how that works. So I'm going to zoom in now and you can see all social media is just there. Follow me for all updates and everything like that, and I'll speak to you all very soon when I've zoomed in. Bye! So if you're looking at this correctly, you shall see my first finger is on fret 5 and my third finger is the note which is going to be hammering on to the 7th fret on the same string, so the A string. Now, as I said, it's not about pressure onto the string, it's about speed, getting from this point where you're up and above the fret to being on the fret itself. So if I do it slowly, it doesn't make any noise, so you basically cut the note off. If I do it quickly, there is the 7th fret sounding. So that's the idea, that's what you want to aim for. You want to aim for that 7th fret, in this case anyway, to be the one that you hear. So you pick the 5, hammer on to the 7, and again it's all about speed, getting from this point to that point. You'll probably find that the tendency will be to pick the note and then really quickly hammer on. That's fine, but the best thing for you to do would be to get a metronome set up and then try and pick every beat and hammer, pick, hammer, pick, hammer. Keep it even and try and resist hammering on too soon. So this is why metronomes and drum machines are quite useful. Okay, so now that's a little bit about technique, and also you want to make sure you look at the way that I'm shaping my hand, so the knuckles and using the tip of the finger on that one, etc, etc. So it's basically as you normally play the guitar, but this time instead of picking a note you're hammering on it. Okay, so exercise number 1 will sound like this. You can take it as fast or as slow as you like, but as long as it's even, that's the main thing. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So there you go, that's exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 will sound the same, but this time we're adding in the D string. Same frets, same fingers, and it's going to go like this. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So it's amazing how weird it feels coming out of position when you first do these. So good practice to start swapping strings. Part 3. Now this one covers 3 strings, just for that purpose of taking you out of the zone a little bit more. So this one goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, and then part 4, we're coming up to the 12th fret. We're still keeping it within the E minor pentatonic. I was using shape 3 for that one. If you're unsure of your pentatonics, then have a look at my video on how to learn those. Now this is shape 1 of the pentatonic, so this time we're going to run through the whole scale. So with this, we're using different fingers. You don't have to, but you can watch me for that, or you can just continue using fingers 1 and 3. But I'm going to use finger 1 and 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. So this is how it should sound. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay, so that was part 4. So with those exercises, make sure you're practicing them slow and even to start until you feel really comfortable with them, and then move on to greater speeds. Also, just as a little bit of fun, try and add them into your own playing along with the jamming tracks, etc. Anyway, if you fail, that's fine. If you don't, you know you can start to move on a little bit faster with them, so that's all cool. So this next little section is just a little bit of fun, I suppose, so you can see how the hammer-ons will work within a riff. We're looking at Paranoid by Black Sabbath. So I'm just going to play it for you to show you it in full first. Just the intro riff. So this is how it goes. Okay, breaking that down for you then. It's on the tab. You should see it up on the screen now. But we've got 2 frets. 12 and 12 on 2 different strings, so the E string and the A string. I'm using the first finger to bar both of those, and then we're going to hammer on to the 14th fret of the A string. Okay, you do that 3 times. That's your first bar. The next part, we've got 12, 14 hammer on the A string, 12, 14 hammer on the D string. Back to the A string, 12, 14 hammer, and then it's the 12 on the D, and then 14, sorry, on the A string, and that's it. So you can watch my picking hand. And there you go, that is the first instalment of hammer-ons. The next one we are using just one riff and then increasing the tempo as we go through. I'll see you for part 2. See you in a bit.